the second edition of Tigers Tonight. I'm your host, Jenna Nye. And I'm your host, Arwen Workman-Yeomans. Well, Jenna, it looks like we got picked up for a second episode. Give the people what they want. Absolutely, Arwen, and we are here to do just that. Keep you updated on Ridley athletics. This week has been exciting for Ridley volleyball. The first girls team went 3-2, including a win on Monday against Greenwood and a win on Wednesday against Trinity, as well as a big win this Saturday. U16 team lost in straight sets to both Bayview and Villanova on Saturday, before losing a heartbreaking marathon match on Monday to Greenwood. This week has also been promising for the first boys basketball. On Saturday, the boys beat TFS 68-44, with Dexter Bullen leading the boys with 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. Shamar Burrows and Jared Peacock combined for another 36. Wednesday, the boys unfortunately lost 83-59 to St. Mike's, but brought their game back up with a 50-point lead against Marshall McLaughlin. U16 boys basketball also won 40-35 over TFS. Dimitri Nitzopoulos had a team high of 14. Then on Wednesday, the boys took a win with a 48-44 comeback over Appleby College. First Boys Hockey tied their Wednesday game in a tough game against UCC, which has been very successful for the boys. Second Boys finally found their first win of the season against Hillfield in a 7-3 game. Congratulations.
I'm here with a couple of the players of the second boys hockey team here at Ridley. So how do you guys feel about your one-game winning streak that you have going right now?
We're so lit. It's lit. I didn't play.
Hello. That's why we have the one-game winning streak, because Ben Court didn't play. Normally he'd throw the puck out in front of the net and
off myself now.
So you guys are coming up on a big tournament weekend. So how do you guys feel you're going to do this weekend?
Probably pretty bad. Based on previous results, it hasn't gone too well. All these schools play hockey. Okay.
We're just going to keep our heads down and we're going to grind till the clock goes off, and we're not going to take any stupid penalties. We're just going to try our hardest and go out there and have some fun.
As long as our ankles don't touch the ice, we're looking for a pretty good result here.
All right, so that's all we have from the second boys hockey team. Back to you.
First girls found a win this past Friday against Northwood after an unfortunate loss with 2 seconds left on Wednesday. Second girls hockey team tied Team Finland 5-5 in a Saturday morning shootout. DQ led the charge with 2 goals and 1 assist. Speaking of sports that happen on ice, this week our star reporter Gracie Lowe's learned the in and outs of curling. Let's go to Gracie.
Okay, skip. Get her on down. Who's your lead? First, you guys are yellow throwing first go this way, 2 box to a person, 8 box to their end, and then you get double sweepers. And Richard, you can move over your own sheet E, okay? So, we're going to show you the fun part of what's called a hack throw. This bad boy, the starting blocks. Let's see a nice, beautiful English push. It's the same thing, you'll always keep it back. Here, what we're going to try is I'm going to help you to get into the hack, and we're going to try a push. So with your broom. Perfect. And now you're going to try and stretch that right leg out.
Okay.
Go for it.
You want to keep your leg back?
All about them hips, that's why Shakira's so good at this sport. That was riveting. I know, I'd love to try out next year. Whew. Sticking with our icy theme, it's time for some information beyond the rink. Let's talk about the equipment. Equipment is what connects the player to the puck. We wondered if there was any more to know, and so did Liam Wilson. So let's find out what Liam Wilson had to say about hockey sticks on this week's edition of Suit Up. Liam?
This week on Suit Up with me, Liam Wilson, we'll be talking about sticks. Hockey sticks. Are they flexible? What are they made of? Hockey sticks. I'm here with first girls hockey star Kendall Fraser. We're going to be talking about her hockey stick. So Kendall, tell me about your stick.
This is Giselle. Giselle's my baby. She is a CCM Ultra Tax. Yeah, it's love. So my stick is a Bauer Nexus 1N. It's 77 flex, right curve there. Stamkos PM9. It's a good one.
Well, this is my stick. I play ice hockey with this stick. If you can see it, that's a blade. I don't know, I pass, I shoot, I score.
I like my stick a lot. Every night I go to bed with it. I wake up with it. I brush my teeth with it. I like it a lot, and yeah.
85 flex, P19 curve. CCM Ribcore Pro Stock. That's from tape. We got a little chip there. That's just from hard work and those battle drills we do all day.
You said you brush your teeth with your stick. Does that hurt?
Yeah, it hurts a lot, but I love hockey so much that puck is left,
Why do you choose CCM and not Reebok or Bauer or other hockey stuff?
Well, because CCM's the best. It's just known.
Any reason?
No, not really.
You mentioned you play ice hockey with the stick. Do you do any other activities with this stick?
Yeah, I like to. You can use it as a barbecue flipper. Burgers, put it on, flip it.
How important is your stick to your game?
Well, I definitely like to have a light stick because then your arms don't get tired, obviously. And then, you need a stick to shoot and pass and pretty much anything you do, so it's pretty important.
Yeah, that's a good point. Who in the NHL, KHL, OHL, MPHL, any HL would you model your stick game after?
Thomas DiSebastiano.
Are the sticks different in Russia than in Canada?
Not really. Pretty much same thing, but yeah. Russian sticks are bigger, you know what I'm saying?
So what's the flex on your stick?
It's 102, so it doesn't bend a lot.
It doesn't bend a lot. You like it stiffer.
Yeah, I do.
Any reason for that? Is your stick the best stick on the girls hockey team?
It is. It is.
Kendall said that her stick was the best stick on the team. Would you disagree with that?
Yeah, Kendall's stick might be the second best, but I definitely got the best one.
And who has the worst stick on the team?
That would have to be Megan Forrest.
Any particular reason?
I don't know. She's just she's a bender. She has a bad stick. It just goes with her personality, I guess.
So I hear people talking about the flex on their stick a lot. Can you explain to me exactly what that is and how that works on your stick?
The higher the flex, the stiffer the stick. So I'll give you a little demonstration. You push on it like that. That's what flex is.
Why do you like your stick stiffer?
Yeah, everyone likes a stiff stick. That's all I can say.
Shout out to those guys for a great interview. And shout out to the cadet team this week for a fantastic cadet mess evening. The event went very well as people had a great time, especially listening to the speaker, Andrew McPherson. I wonder what would happen if any of those guys hurt themselves. All I know is that there are a lot of things you can do to be safer in your sport. Perhaps the biggest proprietor of safety in sports is Lenny. Let's see if we can find out how accidents can become not accidents. Let's go to Lenny.
This week on Injury Preventions at Ridley, we're going to be talking about cryotherapy, using cold as a method of preventing injury. One way of reducing your risk for making an injury worse or even initiating one is to cool your body down or cool the injured area down immediately after injury or activity. So a lot of students come in here after practices or after games and cool a certain area down that they've used extensively, or we could fill up the tub and do the entire body. So fill up the tub with cold water. It's not freezing, it's not painful, it's just cold water like you would get out of the fridge. And you could just do your lower body if that's the case, or we could have you right up into your neck. Most of the time, students come in after practices or games, and we make a bag of ice to target a muscle or joint area, and it helps a lot in preventing that injury from getting worse. The worst thing you could do is neglect it immediately afterwards and allow the inflammation to set into that muscle or joint. When you wake up the next morning, it's much worse, and actually most of the pain that you are experiencing from that is from that inflammation. So easy way to keep the muscles and joints healthy and working is to come in here, ask myself or one of my students for a bag of ice. I always leave the door open so you can help yourself as well. We always make the bags nice and flat and suck out all the air because that's the most efficient way. And it is the best way because now this bag can be put on any part of your body and it will mold and shape, and it's barely noticeable. It's a very powerful tool at injury prevention. I hope you enjoyed this segment. We'll see you next week.
Very informative. But what about the private lives of our athletes? Well, we try to give our athletes as much privacy as possible. That's why we don't usually talk to them about their private stuff. Instead, we send Philip.
I'm here with star of second team hockey, Luke Court. Luke.
What the heck? My name's Rick.
What was your name? I'm here with Uli, who's pretty well known around campus for being a great cyclist. Uli, who is your favorite German historical figure?
I guess Karl Marx.
Karl Marx, how come?
Because he was a great economist, and I think he has some revolutionary theories, and I think in the world of economics he just took part and made the world a better place.
Two more stars of the field hockey team. Right here I have Javen and Ethan Cox. So, I came here to ask you today, who is your favorite historical figure from Germany?
Yep, Jonah Rubin.
Jonah Rubin.
Probably Maurice Benkowski.
Who do you prefer to soothe your heart? The dulcet tones of Adele or those of Justin Bieber?
I'll have to go with Slim Shady on this one.
Who's that?
I'm practically related to him.
A cousin.
What was the question, sorry?
Justin Bieber or Adele?
Probably Adele. I'm going to stay on the record here. Adele really serenades the soul. Gets to me.
From the other side.
Adele serenades the soul, and so does Maurice Benkowski. Thank you very much, and back to the studio.
Lovely. Lastly, once again, the great Oracle Jared will look into the future to see what's ahead. Jared?
Our first boys hockey are going straight back to work after their trip to Calgary. They've got Appleby on Wednesday, St. Mike's on Friday, St. Andrews on Saturday, and UCC on Sunday. The first boys basketball will take on St. Mike's on Thursday in the Griffith, tip-offs at 4:30. First girls volleyball will face Hillfield in the Iggy on Wednesday before hitting the road for a duel with St. Clements on Thursday. First squash is heading to Aurora on Wednesday to play St. Andrews and Trinity. And finally, our swim team is traveling to the Magna Swim Center for a meet on Thursday. Some strange news out of the world of basketball this week, as Los Angeles Clipper Blake Griffin is out for several weeks after fracturing his hand in an altercation with a team equipment staffer. He's taken a lot of heat from the media, but I have to say, I do feel a bit bad for him. This sort of stuff happens around the media team all the time. Equipment guy, where's my microphone?
Sorry, Mr. Slovak. Here it is.
Oh, thanks a lot. And Mr. Doan is telling me that our equipment guy is out indefinitely with an upper body injury. Back to the studio.
Before we go, we want to add a few shout-outs. Firstly, congrats to M&O for one of the best lip-sync videos we've seen in a while. And also, it was great to see the legendary DJ Paul back on Ridley College campus, and we invite him back anytime. Lastly, to remind you all about this dodgeball competition going on February 5th at 8:30 to 10. I Hear Globo Gym is making a special appearance. Contact Hannah Josephson for any information you might need. And make sure you keep checking on community news for any other events that are going on the Ridley campus. And that's Tigers Tonight. Thanks for joining in with us, and we hope to see you next week.
Hi, I'm here with defenseman of First Boys Hockey Team, number 22, Cameron Beaudry. So this weekend, you guys came away with a couple wins after your last games of the regular season. So how do you feel about that?
It was a good weekend. The weekend went 3-1. We played our rival Stansted College. It was a tough 5-2 loss, but we moved forward and won the last game of the weekend and finished strong.
So in 2 weekends' time, you guys are going into the championship games that are going to be right here at home. So do you think that there's anything you guys need to do to take away the win?
We just got to focus on the games. We're going to be playing some tough competition over the weekend. So really got to focus and come out, have some strong finishes and strong, end the game well to be successful.
And finally, will you go to Dean's with me?
I will go to Dean's with you.
That's all we have for you tonight. So back to you guys at headquarters.